day today. I want to see if this new microphone I got going on is going to work as far as the sound goes, but I guess we will see. Come on now. Okay, so can everybody hear me? Okay, yep, you can. Cool. So new microphone's working. I wanted to improve the sound on this, so hopefully it's a little bit better for everybody. But how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone had a good week. What did we have going on this week? We had a lot of movies released this week. We had The Running Man, which I never got to see. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Never got to see that. But I went to go and see Keeper, the new Osgood Perkins movie. The review is on the channel if you want to check that out. As far as that goes, I kind of went into that really wanting a long legs type of deal. Like, I really dug Long Legs. I thought that was a great movie. I'm a long legs defender. I know a lot of people aren't, but I definitely am. But, you know, everyone has their thing. I like the atmosphere in Long Legs the most. That's kind of the biggest thing that I liked about that. I also like the monkey, although I wasn't as into the monkey as I was Long Legs, unfortunately. But as far as Keeper goes, Samantha, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for joining. How are you doing today? First of all, how are you doing today, Samantha? You're the first one here. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just enjoying the Saturday morning before work today. So glad I mean it. Yeah, you did make it in time. I'm very happy to see you. So, and I remember last week we got that weird dude, that weird person that just kept messing with that. I'm gonna do a much better job today. If we get any weirdos that just keep saying, spamming the comments and stuff, I'm gonna silence them. So we'll keep an eye out on that, and I'll monitor that much better now that I know how to do it. So we'll do that. Samantha, did you? Yeah. So yeah, same here. Well, I'll monitor it much better. So we will not have any of that this week. What'd you end up watching this week, Samantha? Bubble, what's going on? We just started the live stream, so you just stopped by at the right time. Oh, you're trying to finish the new Jurassic World. Are you streaming it? It's on Peacock now, right? Yeah. What do you think about it so far? If you, whatever point you're at, what are your thoughts on it? Because I really wanted to like it. I just didn't really enjoy it. The new SpongeBob movie. I have seen images of it. I've seen like promotions for it, but I have no idea what it's about or what it is. I haven't seen SpongeBob in a while, but I'm my beautiful wife. It's really good. The only characters that annoy me are the kids. The kids, the kids in Jurassic World, what's it called, Rebirth? That whole subplot of the family, once you finish the movie, you'll see if that wasn't in there, there would be, the movie wouldn't change. It was such an unnecessary thing. It's probably just to add action and stuff like that, but they were not needed in the least in that. Oh, shoot. AJ, thank you so much for the jewels. Let's see. Meow, you like? Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, I just saw stuff yesterday and this morning about Oscar Isaac not wanting to work with Disney period anymore, which that's fine by me. I mean, why not, right? Like they weren't doing anything with Moon Knight, and I doubt he would go back to Star Wars. So if he's like outwardly saying he's not going to work with Disney anymore, that's fine. Hopefully he goes over to DC. Not necessarily because DC needs him, but he's a really good actor, and I'd love to see what they can do with him if they have any roles for him. Disney's making AI. Yeah, I saw. I didn't look into it, but I did see that they're allowing users to use AI or something like that. I don't really know exactly what that means. I didn't really care enough to go and check it out. But it's a pretty bold move. And that's that thing of all of these, like a lot of people don't like AI in general as far as the creative process. I can understand how it can streamline things and make things easier, and I get that. But once it starts creeping in a little bit too much into these projects and starts taking people's jobs away and the creativity away, that's when it becomes an issue. So Disney is the first to kind of outwardly say that they're going to use that for whatever purpose it might be. But because they open that door, don't be surprised if more studios start saying they're going to be using it even more and more and more, unfortunately. So Samantha, we can just kind of use that as a segue to one of the topics for today, which was some more DCU news. And that is, for one, there's a Jimmy Olsen spin-off show that's going to be coming out soon. Not soon, but they're going to start shooting it soon. That's official now. And I guess it's going to kind of go into and kind of discover different villains in the DCU. So the first season is supposed to be about Gorilla Grodd. Once again, these are all reports. We'll see what happens when it actually comes out. But that's a big thing. And I think that's a pretty cool little weird sidestep that I would like to see as a show that can really build out the universe. So I am looking forward to that. And then the other thing is apparently now it's confirmed, but I didn't really see anything straight up confirming it, but it's more or less confirmed that Brainiac is in fact the villain for Man of Tomorrow. So we'll see. Brainiac, something that everyone's been wanting to see in the DC universe as far as live action goes. So that'd be pretty cool. But my most anticipated one, I want to say, is probably Lanterns or Clayface at the moment, as far as things that have been already shot or things that are coming out. Clayface looks, I mean, the idea of Clayface excites me just because I love horror and this is going to be a straight up body horror movie. I want to see what they can do with that and kind of build out the world that way. So I'm more curious on that, which makes me more excited. Hey, what's up? Hello. What's up, Livy? I mean, Marvel does have a lot of good actors and actresses over there. Like, I don't know. I can't think of him right now. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch. Like, he was great as Doctor Strange, but that's the problem with Marvel is they have all these characters and all these actors and everyone that's really great, but they have too many things going on at once to where it's 5 years down the road before we get to see that character again, which it starts to lose steam. People forget what's going on. So if DC does start to roll out multiple things, they need to show up pretty frequently just so they stay relevant, in my opinion. If they see the PlayStation stuff on the wall, so does it bother you that it's Microsoft Master Race or what? Didn't they stop making consoles, or they're going to stop making consoles? I stopped playing video games. Well, I didn't stop, but I play it a lot less now. But I love that wall. Freaking sick. I love that thing. You just farted. Oh, again? Be careful. I might get it a third time. Let's see. Yeah, so if it is Brainiac in the DCU as far as the Man of Tomorrow villain, what do you all think about that? That's probably one of the better case scenarios. My only issue and my only thing that I really want in this world as far as the DCU going forward is I need the villains to survive at least once. And not like every villain needs to survive past one movie, but big villains like that, like save them. Use them twice, use them 3 times. I don't know, like I hated in the DCEU plus Marvel, all that stuff, when the villain just is gone. Like Killmonger, one of the best villains they ever put out. He was in and out in one movie. Just things like that. Like I hope that they choose these villains perfectly for the story, but then they are able to use them later on. So they just leave more of an impact, you know? They're making consoles? Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never been big into Xbox. I had a 360 because thought I was missing out, and I never really cared for him. Ooh, the new Wicked. The new Wicked. Yeah, I wanted to go see Wicked too, but yeah, no politics. The I wanted to go see Wicked, the new one, but I wanted to go with my wife because we went to go see the first one together, and it looks like we might end up just waiting for it to come to Peacock whenever it's streaming. But I do want to see it. I like that one. I'm a defender of Wicked. I never really thought I'd like it. I saw it and I ended up liking it a lot. So if he skips your question, then he's 100% a Trump tard. He. Margine, thank you. I will keep that up. Sleepy Ghost, hello. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely watching it. Welcome to Derry. I'm big time on that. No politics, y'all. No politics. Yeah, as far as Welcome to Derry, I love Welcome to Derry. It's awesome. It's something. I like how they're going in a different direction where they had to follow the blueprint of the book for the movies, and now they're just kind of off doing their own thing and making it more scary, more brutal, just all that good stuff. So I like Welcome to Derry. So if anyone's watching and they haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it. Michelle, you don't have to recommend anything. If you don't want me talking about politics, go somewhere else. Let's see. Stranger Things is coming soon. I actually have Samantha. It's funny you're saying all this. I last live stream we were talking about Stranger Things, and I said I wanted to do a video ranking who I think's gonna live, who's gonna die, all that good stuff. So I actually have that video coming out tomorrow. It's ready to go. It'll be out in the morning, so keep a lookout for that. That was a lot of fun to make. That was my first time doing like a tier list, and I don't know if you've seen those type of videos, but that was a lot of fun to do. Yeah, no kid. My biggest worry is Steve. If Steve goes, we're in trouble. I'm actually finishing season 4 right now, just as a rewatch. Such a good show. Such a good show. Let's see that, and there we go. All right, Samantha, don't worry, I got you. Let's see. How many game controllers do you own? This was a cool little thing. So I was a big PlayStation guy when I was playing games a lot, and my wife had this great idea to put this all together. So we actually went out and found. I think we had to find. I think we only needed to find the original PlayStation controller, but we found that and set this whole thing up of all the games. They all work. They're all fine. Actually, those two don't work because we had to take the cord out for it to set up there. But those are all there. And then I have other game consoles too, but once again, don't really play as much anymore. I'd like to though. Yeah, but it makes the most sense that Steve would lead, that he would be the one that would die, right? That makes the most sense out of every other character on the show. So hopefully that doesn't happen because that would be very upsetting. And it's funny too. I understand why they're releasing them on these holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, but it's like my big deal is we are most people, or some people, I should say some people, are going to be with family members or like they have plans and doing stuff. All I want to do is watch that show. And I want to go see my family, of course, and I'm very lucky to. But like, there's that thing in the back of your head of like, okay, I got to make this much time to go watch this because the problem with this show is how big it is and how this is the final season. Things are going to get spoiled if you're not right there that night watching and staying off of social media. Like, it's going to be crazy. Chase, hello. Thank you for joining. Let's see. But the actor said he was happily ending or something. Yeah. Dakota, hello. Um, I mean, what does that mean though? Because leading up to, and I'm going to use Marvel as an example, going into Endgame, I was like, okay, this person's gonna die. This person's gonna die. And like even Guardians 3, I was like, this person's like someone has to die. And I do think in this type of move or show, it makes the most sense that someone would actually die. But there are ways to have a nice ending for each character that doesn't necessarily mean that they will die. I do think characters will die, but there is a world where most of them may survive and just have a good ending in general with their characters. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch the trailer for that yet, but it is an interesting route. And I don't think that's the right route to go. I don't even know if, like, if they were to do a spin off, maybe this makes sense. Maybe what they're doing is making sense. Because I'm like, what is an option for a spin off of this show? There really isn't because we already got the backstory to the Upside Down, and we're going to get even more of a backstory in season 5. So it's not like they can do necessarily a prequel because we're already getting all that. And I'm assuming they fix everything in this season, so there's not really any room for a continuation with different characters. I really don't know what they do. So that animated show kind of does make sense now that I'm thinking about it. Dakota, that's okay. That is completely fine. Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good show. I was talking to my wife and I was saying that if they can stick the landing of season five, this is gonna be the best show of all time in my opinion. Bold statement, and it might just be the hype, but I mean, if they can stick the landing, we're in good business right now, like straight up. I started watching Has Been Hotel. Um, I started watching Has Been Hotel this week because it was recommended on the last live stream. It seems really cool. I don't know if it'll hold my attention for long, but I do like it. I like the humor, and when they started singing, I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting, a musical, but it seems cool. It seems like a really cool concept, and I'm gonna try to stick with it. Let's see, Dakota. Hello. What if Eleven's just been tripping balls on a on a tub of acid this whole time? You never know. Could you imagine if something like that happened, or it was just like a dream, and then she just wakes up and it's they would never do that, of course. But could you imagine? That'd be a cop out big time. So yeah, with Will, I saw a theory on TikTok the other day where, and it went deep into this, but essentially, I think you were talking about Dungeons and Dragons with Vecna. The Eye of Vecna is a thing, and the Hand of Vecna is a thing, and they somehow related that to Eleven and Will. So they think that the only way to I think it's how you beat Vecna is you need both of them, and once again. I don't remember the exact details, but they related it back to Will and Eleven. So I think they might be the ones that could beat him. So they may have to do some teamwork. I don't know exactly what that means, but maybe keep a lookout for that. But I'm pissed that Eddie didn't show because that was the only thing I was looking forward to because I wanted him to be a vampire. That would be interesting. Do you really want Eddie to come back that way though? Like his ending was perfect, I thought. Especially on the rewatch that I'm doing right now of season 4. His character arc is great. Great. Dakota, what's up? Let's see. Dustin's hair, he changed it for Eddie. I didn't notice that. I did not. I'm gonna pull it up right now, real quick, because I watched the trailer once, and I'm trying to keep it, as minimal as possible. I can't stay away from Stranger Things, so I had to actually check it out. I didn't watch the first 5 minutes either. I don't really want to because did he change it for Eddie? It just didn't he have that hair already? I felt like Dustin's hair was already getting long, but I mean maybe it's an homage to Eddie. That'd be cool. Let's see. Dakota, that little heart. Thank you. I mean, and it could be, and I'm sure there's going to be something there because they were so close in season 4. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say. I need to see where everyone's heads at, and I think the biggest thing is I want to know the deal with the time jump. Where are we after season 4? I want that confirmed because in my head it makes the most sense to do this like immediately after, right? Immediately after, and that's where just because the state of Hawkins at the end of season 4, that's the only thing that makes sense to me is to do it immediately after. Um, you heard Barbara's coming back. I heard that too, but that could mean a lot of things. That couldn't no, and yeah, exactly. So that could be maybe just in the upside down for a scene. I don't see a need or it being relevant. It might be to like do a flashback with Nancy and her. That just didn't seem like it really matter too much, but who knows? Did y'all see the new Mario movie? The new trailer for Super Mario Galaxy? I think it looks pretty cool. I was hoping we get Bowser Jr., so I am pretty hyped about that. I am very happy about that. Why would he use Billy? When he had Will? That's a good point. I don't know. I don't know. Um, well, well, that's the other thing. Like Vecna must have a crazy big plan for Will, and they did kind of hint at that in the trailer where he brings him closer to himself. Like, I don't know. So maybe he has a bigger plan for him. Once again, this show could be the best show of all time if they stick that landing and we get answers to all those things. Like in season 4, how it loops back to, I guess, not the, is it the creation of the Upside Down, or is it just her sending him to the Upside Down? Like, I don't know. But I like how season 4 kind of came full circle. So if they can come full circle and answer those questions and really just connect all the dots to make it one huge story, like that's going to be super rewarding. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, an army, because yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like, what is his end game? And I always worry about shows like this because they'll start the show, it'll be great, it'll be a banger, but you can kind of tell that they don't have the ending in mind or even the middle. And I feel like that's kind of what they were going with season 2, where they were kind of trying to find their footing now that they know that they have a hit on their hands. I just hope that what they have at the end, they've been thinking about for the longest time. They've decided on the end for the longest time. So it all makes sense. Let's see. Eddie needs a backstory, and Steve and everybody else. I don't know if they do. I don't know if there's enough time for that, to be honest with you. We kind of got the backstory of they were just like, I kind of feel like we got the backstory of all of the people in season 1. And then you just kind of built up from there. They were just high school kids, they were middle school kids, and they kind of just went on through there. I say that there's not enough time, but these episodes of the last season are going to be long. They're going to be so long, it's going to be crazy. They're essentially movies. Like I'm even doing season 4 right now, and they're essentially movies. They're very long episodes, so they might have the time to do that, but I don't know if it's really necessary. What Marvel actors would I like to see join the DCU? That's a good question. Let me get a. Let's see. Let's do. Well, I want all of the Guardians in there just because of their relationship with Gunn, and I just feel like he can get the best out of them. So I want Palm. What's her name? Mantis. I'd like the actress who plays Mantis. I don't know how to say her last name, but it's Palm something, and I think she'd be really good. And there's talks of her joining as Huntress, so keep a lookout for that. Um, Mark Ruffalo's always good. I don't know what he would do in the DCU though. You know who I want to see? Okay, so once again, you can get me started on Marvel. I just get going, but they don't know what they're doing with their characters. They're kind of just wasting potential. As an example, Sebastian Stan is Bucky. Like, it's the same character over and over again. They've already used him, and his character arc is gone. We're not getting anything new with Bucky, so why not him? He can come over. Um, I mean, shoot, Elizabeth Olsen, she's not going to be playing Scarlet Witch anymore, I don't think. So if she has something, but you have to remember that these actors have been playing these characters for so long already. I don't know if they'll want to do another one and really commit to that. They've already done that. So that might not really happen. Sorry, you don't have to be sorry. Um, this is why I come on the stream to talk. So yeah, chime in, of course. Um, yeah, James Gunn doesn't care what anyone says. He's just doing his thing, and I really do hope that he has a vision for what he's doing because he's making some interesting decisions. I'm all for him because everything he's done I've enjoyed. So we'll see what happens. Because when you really think about it, it's like, okay, Superman, Peacemaker season 2, which makes sense considering he did the first season. But to start off this new era of DC, it's really interesting how we don't have a Batman or a Wonder Woman or really any of these big Flash, Aquaman, all these big characters doesn't really sound like they're a priority at the moment, which you have to trust the process. This is a marathon, it's not a race or a sprint. So it's just interesting because then we have Supergirl, which a lot of people aren't familiar with, and I wonder if the interest is actually there. And then you fast tracked Clayface, which is another one that I don't think a lot of people are, you know, that they really know, but there might be something really big there. And once again, this is them trying to regain the trust for the brand. I have no idea where everyone's at. This is like usually by now we have like a decent amount of people, but I don't know. Maybe everyone's still asleep. Who knows? But because I was thinking that too, because I can see the amount of people and like yeah, there's like no one here. Oh well. Luna, hello. We were just talking about how no one is here. You went to sleep at 4 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Hello. Damn. Now, all we had to say was no one was here, and everyone pops up. How's everyone's morning doing? We were just talking about DC and everything. College football. I actually don't watch college football. I do watch NFL football. Big Eagles fan, but no college for me. I like college. If it's on, I'll watch it. I just don't really know where to start. There's not really a team that I'm loyal to or anything like that. So I don't really know where to start with that. And that's really the big thing that keeps me from watching college football. Any movies? Um, any movies I'm looking forward to? Yeah. So what's next week? So I watched on Tubi a movie called Sisu. It came out in 2022. It's kind of like a John Wick ripoff, even though it's not a ripoff. It's just a badass movie about this guy going up against Nazis. Very cool. So if you like John Wick, check out Sisu. It's on Tubi. It's free. The sequel comes out Friday, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll probably see that instead of Wicked, since I'm going to go see Wicked with my wife. So I'll probably go see Sisu too. Highly recommend that one. And then Avatar. Avatar looks great. That might be it. That might be it for like the movies that I'm really looking forward to for the rest of the year. But 2026, I'm starting to make a list of all the ones that I'm really excited for, and I'll make a video. Most anticipated, top 10, all that good stuff that everyone loves to see. So we'll see. Let's see. Hola. Saunders University. Hola. That's okay. That's okay. Appreciate Dakota that you're here. You've been watching Godzilla? Which one? Are you watching that? Have you seen that show? Has anyone seen that show on Apple TV, the Monarch show? I don't have Apple TV, but I'm trying to. I've been thinking about getting it because they also have Severance, and I started Severance, and it was awesome. I finished season 1, so I need to watch that. But Monarch is on that, and I want to check that out too. Yeah, we went on this long talk earlier about Stranger Things, but you absolutely next tomorrow I have a video coming out ranking on the tier list who I think is going to survive, who's safe, all that good stuff. So really had a lot of fun with that one. So check that out tomorrow. But Stranger Things is going to be incredible. Like I'm going to be a mess if like anything happens to like 70% of the characters. It's gonna hurt, and I feel like it's gonna hurt for a lot of people. Yeah, Godzilla is awesome. I love Godzilla. Ooh, King of Monsters. I love that one. I grew up with the old stuff. That when I was just a little boy, I watched those movies. I loved it. It's so corny nowadays, but very cheesy. But that's kind of the charm of it. You've seen the new one, right? Minus one, Godzilla minus one. That one is a masterpiece. I think that's incredible. I saw that too, Samantha. You're on it. I saw not like I was looking for it, but I saw the Sharknado thing. The Sharknado is yeah. I've never seen any of them, but I know the concept, and I don't know if I'd like them. I understand what they're made for, why they're made, but I just don't think they're my type of movie. You have to check out Godzilla minus one. It is Japanese. Keep the subtitles on, and it's the best Godzilla movie out there in my opinion. It's fantastic. It's so cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. It's get that movie in particular is getting a sequel. I think it comes out the end of next year, so they're about to start that. Really interested to see what you think about that because I think it's like the best one ever. I see. I think minus one is on Netflix if you want to check that out. Squid Game is good. Squid Game is awesome. I need to finish Squid Game. I've only seen seasons 1 and 2. When season 3 dropped, I got on social media and like the big reveal at the end was spoiled for me. So I was like, okay. Now I don't know what happens to all the characters. So that's still, that still could be a surprise. So I should check that out. I should jump back on there. It's only one more season. Someone is looking at you underneath that door. F that. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. Actually, I would doubt that. There is no reason someone should be back there. So yeah, definitely check that out if you have Netflix. Squid Game, Godzilla minus one. Shoot, Stranger Things, right? If anyone's watching this that has not watched Stranger Things, that is got to be it. And I feel like a broken record recently, honestly, because once again, I made the video for tomorrow. I've been watching Stranger Things. I've been all in on Stranger Things, and I feel like a broken record, but it's just so good. It really is like a special show. Ooh, Supernatural is a good one. I will say, and it's not a fault to this show, but it's like any show that runs on maybe past 5, 6 seasons, you can tell that they ran out of material and they kind of just it's just not as interesting anymore, especially when these seasons have like 20 episodes. It'd be different if they were 8 to 10 episodes. That's a different story. I felt like Supernatural was fantastic. Like so much fun up until like season 5. After 5, it kind of started to dip a little bit. I don't even think I finished the entire show because they dipped out. But for the longest time, Supernatural was awesome. Loved it. They're bringing it back. I did not know that. I know they did that prequel show about their dad and mom, but they're bringing it back. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Supernatural was a lot of fun. They're both the actors in there, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki. They're going to be in The Boys season 5. So if you watch that, they'll be in there too. And I didn't know this until recently, but the creators of The Boys, the show, is the same creator as Supernatural, or he's like a producer or something like that. So that kind of makes sense. Who's my favorite between Dean and Sam? Is that what we're talking about? Samantha? I like Dean. I don't know. He was cool. I just no particular reason. I liked him and his story arcs and him being like the big brother and stuff. Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. Jensen Ackles is the man. So I like Jensen Ackles. Everyone wanted him to play the new Batman, but I don't know if that's going to happen. He's a little bit too old. Now, I would say all of these huge fan casting for these different roles in the DCU, I hope that they listen to the point of them just bringing them in maybe as a different character. Like people like these actors, so bring them in maybe if not for that role if that doesn't match, but maybe someone else. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool if he was cuz he voiced Batman in a few of the animated stuff and he voiced Jason Todd and I think Under the Red Hood, the cartoon, I believe. I believe. So, yeah. So Samantha, so and anybody else that's watching this, I wanted to start a new live stream. Like I'll still do these on Saturdays and everything, but I'm considering doing a like a movie club. I was gonna call it like movie club Mondays or something, where we would pick a movie for that month or however long we decide, and then maybe the first Monday of every month we come on here, probably in the evening, and do a live stream and just kind of talk it up, do that. So yeah, so you're probably the first one to hear about this, Samantha. So I'll probably talk about it a little bit more, and maybe we'll start that just because there's no one here. You know, I want to get like a big group going. Maybe we can get that. You are special. You're here every time, so thank you. So maybe we can get that going. Ideally, I'd like to do it at the beginning of December, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen just because we can find the actual movie to watch and all that stuff. So maybe realistically, maybe January, the first week of January or something. Although I won't be here that. Oh no, I will be back that Monday. Yeah, that may work. That may work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This is a weird thing. And it's funny too. As soon as I say, all right, I'm gonna go in like 5 minutes, every time, that's when people will start flooding in. So we'll probably get people towards the end, but it is what it is. Now I will say I last live stream, one of the other people that are always here and always commenting on my videos said that he couldn't comment on the live stream, which was really weird. I went and checked and he's not blocked. Like he's one of my people. Yeah, give me liberty. There he is. That was my guy. How you doing? We were just talking about you. Thank you so much for that. Hope your weekend's going well too. And thank you for the donation once again. You're awesome. I hope your comments are coming through. That's what I was just talking about. So I hope that issue is fixed. I went and checked your profile and it said that you are not blocked because I have blocked people before and I don't know why it would have happened to you, but hopefully it's there. If not, maybe comments on another video and I can go speak to you there. Yeah, hopefully it's not it. But anyway, Samantha, Thanksgiving plans, we're doing like a more of a non traditional Thanksgiving. So we're gonna go to my parents' house and just we're not doing turkey or anything. We're just gonna kind of have like a bunch of sides and just hang out and maybe watch some football and or movies or something. It's gonna be fun. What about you? Let me know what you're doing. Drifting Soul. We're just talking about movies and just really about everything, everything and anything. Oh yeah, Stranger Things. Yep. Yeah. No, your comments are here. Oh, so Give Me Liberty. This is your other channel. Okay. So your other one, what the hell? Okay. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. Just going to watch Charlie Brown stuff and maybe football. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that at all. I have plans for Thanksgiving. Dakota, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Let's see. Oh yeah, and have a lot of food, of course, of course. Okay, so that must be it then, because well, I could have sworn that your Gimme Liberty account was always because you've commented on the live streams before, but that must be it. Like, because I checked your account out and it wasn't an issue. I don't know, but I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for tuning in. We'll keep working at this. All right. Let's see. Oh, you're going home for Thanksgiving. Cool. Where are you going home to? Is, Dakota, do you like turkey? Is that like what's your favorite food on Thanksgiving? Because my favorite food on Thanksgiving is probably anything like mashed potatoes, like mashed potato, any type of potato, sweet potatoes. Like potatoes are my go-to. I love that. Yeah, sweet potatoes, Samantha, real one. Hell yeah. Louisiana, sweet. I love Louisiana. I was there for my bachelor party a couple of years ago. New Orleans, of course, but that's cool. I've always wanted to go back and spend more time there and just kind of see what the entire state kind of has to offer. Candy, huh? What's your favorite candy? What's your go-to candy? Candy is an interesting choice, but I'm not. What about pie? Right? If we're gonna go the sweet route, what about pie? Let's see if any news dropped. Um, Nothing really. Okay. You promise yourself no more candy. Let's see. Yeah, like what's the candy that you would always want no matter what? Like for me, I could always go for a Reese's, like a Reese's cup. Love those. Peanut butter and chocolate are just so well. The only thing that might be better than peanut butter and chocolate might be caramel and chocolate, but that's up for debate. New Orleans sucks. Not bashing you for going, just a local disgust for. Okay, that's fair, and that's fair. I get that. If you were there, you're growing up there, it might not be what tourists think it is. I completely understand that. Pie. So when I went to New Orleans, we went right after Mardi Gras. It just played out that way, unfortunately. But it was still wild. Bourbon Street is wild. Kit Kat. I was not expecting Kit Kat, but I'm that's not a bad thing. I like Kit Kats a lot too. Yeah, Kit Kats are good. Um, my favorite pie on Thanksgiving, like I have to have. I don't have to have, but if I have an option, I'm going pumpkin pie. Apple pie is really good, but pumpkin, it's fall. It like that is the epitome of fall for me. Apple, I feel like apple you can have in the summer, right? I still associate apple pie with like summer and like 4th of July and stuff, a traditional like American thing. So I would go pumpkin pie, personally. I don't know. Is that like the Mandela effect with the Kit Kat? I don't know. Oh, you know what it is? I just looked up the picture. It's that dash in the T makes it look like a dash. Unless there actually was one and I'm just don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But yeah, if you look up a picture of the logo, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Let's see. So I don't know if anyone else was here. I was talking to Samantha about potentially doing like a movie club deal. Like the first Monday of every month, we'll get on here. It can be any day of the week, but I'm just thinking like movie club Monday sounds pretty cool. Come in here in the evening and just like talk about whatever movie we chose to watch for that month. We'd probably pick a movie on Tubi just because it's free. That way everyone can check it out. Something like that. Yep, healthy diet. I need to get on that healthy diet to be honest with y'all. I I used to be so good. I used to be so disciplined so much and I was working out all the time. Now I still work out all the time, but my diet is garbage. So it kind of cancels out to where it's just nothing. So good on you, Samantha, and good on you for everybody here that is eating healthy because you should. Always. You should. That'd be dope. I just watched Frankenstein, loved it. Yeah, so Frankenstein was good. Frankenstein was good. Um, there are issues with it, even more so. I already put out my review on the channel, and I still have a little bit more, I think, issues with it as like I'm thinking about it. But you cannot deny that that's a good movie. It looks good, it sounds good, the story plays out the way that it should. I mean, but I mean like very picky because of the book. So that's just me. But the movie itself was really good. Yeah, everybody can be a member, and that's the thing of ideally I'd like to do it the first week of December just because it'd be fun. So, and I mean we could do it here. I mean since we have a few people here already, if you want to do that, and I can still promote it throughout the channel throughout the rest of the month, and then we can start it next month too. No, I was just gonna make it for free. Is stream sniping illegal? Is that probably? I don't know. I don't know. But well, you know what we're gonna do right now? I'm gonna go onto Tubi and check it out. I mean, if everyone has Netflix or if we all have a service that we all can agree on, then we can all pick from there. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, you can check. I don't think it's illegal. I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, let's see. I mean, that's the other thing of this was a start to the idea, and I'd like to, because here's the thing, we could pick like a genre or like it's hard to narrow it down. You know what I mean? It's an actual movie. You know, we can get weird and watch Tusk or VHS, or we can watch Tomb Raider or like No Country for Old Men, Hateful Eight, stuff like that. So that's in the works. You're canceling Netflix soon. Okay. Let's see. I'm down for whatever. Where there's a way. Yes, there is. I don't have to be. I have Netflix. I'm canceling Netflix. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, ideally we'd just come together during this live stream or maybe the next one, whatever it might be, and then we just kind of decide on it. But like what Samantha was saying, she's canceling Netflix, and I don't want this to be an issue where no one can watch this if we pick one and then one person or two, three, how many other people are left out of this, because this is supposed to be a fun thing. So that's why I'm kind of more so thinking Tubi. No, it's no big deal. It's not just you. I mean, that's an issue I feel like with a lot of people. They have their favorite streaming service and that's what they go to. But yeah, let's do Tubi. Does everyone here have Tubi? Just because it's free. For the 30th time in a row I've said that. So let's go to I'm gonna go to their I guess they're popular. Twilight Zone. And a lot of these movies, I was thinking that the issue is that Jingle All the Way is on there. Um, a lot of people are going to see the movies that we've already picked or like that we pick. So we'll do our best to kind of pick new ones, but there is going to be some crossover there. That's kind of unavoidable. Yeah, Samantha, I completely understand. And I mean, did you see what happened to Disney Plus? Like, I don't have Disney Plus. I haven't had it for a long time, but they like doubled their prices. That's crazy. You have to be on your TV. Okay. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, so what are okay, so what are we feeling? What are we feeling? What type of genre are we feeling? We feeling horror, we feeling action, comedy? This doesn't have to be anything like it's not like we have to watch and break down No Country for Old Men and like make it super, analytical and like really break it down. It's just something fun to kind of come back to and talk about what we liked and didn't like about it. Anything really horror, horror, horror. You're not picky. Okay. Oh, I'm always gonna pick horror. Always gonna pick horror on here. Um, we won't go too crazy with it. Unless we all agree on one. But like I'm not gonna have us go and watch. I guess Terrifier 3. That gets a little bit gory. I don't know if people are all gonna be into that, but there's something here. So what I'll do. Let's see. Is anyone any other objective? I love horror. Okay. Okay. We're doing horror. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. Okay. So what I'll do is everybody on here, have you seen on the channel the post, like the polls that I do on the community tabs? Yeah, Terrifier 1 and 2 are gnarly. Okay, so if you've seen on my channel the polls, what I'll do is now that we kind of discussed the horror genre, I'll post a poll on there. Probably tomorrow. I'll go through Tubi and kind of figure out some like a wide range. Well, I can only do four on the polls, but I'll pick up a wide range and then I will post that on the community post and then we can vote on it. Whatever we vote, that's what we'll watch, and we'll come back. What day is that? So the first Monday of December is December 1st. Does Monday evening work for everybody? Once again, it's hard to find that crossover of trying to, do all this. That's just more so what I was thinking. Yeah, the polls are very interesting where I'll make one. I'm like, oh, it's going to be this. And then it is not that. Okay. Okay, so let's just do Monday. Monday evening. I work early mornings Monday, so evening. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's like one of my days off, so that works good. Um, Sweet. Let's do it. I'll post it. I'll post it in the polls, and then we'll go from there. But cool. We have a we have a foundation now on Movie Club Mondays. Sweet. Samantha, it is hard to get a job. I've been looking, so I do have a job currently and I've had one for a long time, but like I've been looking other places and I've been applying places. It is hard. It is so difficult to find a freaking job. So good luck to you. I'm rooting for you. I think we all are. I think we're all rooting for you and anyone else that needs that. Let's see. Yeah, cool. Very excited about that. Um, what's everyone else looking forward to? Me and Samantha were talking about that. What's everyone looking forward to as far as the rest of the month for movies? Samantha, you're sweet. You're awesome. You're always here. You're always here supporting me. So thank you, and I can only give that back to you. You're awesome. You know what I've noticed? I was talking to my wife the other day about this. Is I have a TikTok, and over there, I do like a little bit different stuff than I do here. Sometimes there's some crossover, but over there, it's just a lot more casual and just whatever. But when I'm over there, I see a lot more horror like accounts and stuff like that. The horror community is like the nicest community ever. It's crazy. Like you wouldn't expect that. Just bare bones. You wouldn't really think that that type of the community would be the nicest. They are the nicest. Like that they are awesome. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that's something I've definitely noticed. But I guess I'm interacting a little bit more considering the posting and all that stuff. Yeah, Avatar 3 and Scream 7. Hell yeah. So I'm planning to do a so my on my channel, the recaps that I do, I like to save everybody a lot of time. Where I've seen other channels do like a recap of each entry, and that's a single video where I like to just put it into one video. So I think I'm gonna do Scream, but that'll be probably more so February. But I am looking forward to that. I have all of them. I'm gonna rewatch them all because it's like one of the best horror genres out, not genres, franchises out there. Yeah, they're the best. Now, Sam, if you ever do jump into Scream, I'm not saying that every entry is perfect or fantastic, but the low of that franchise is not that low. Like just full on. Like there is gonna be issues with it, but it's not that bad. Like their worst movie is decent. So they are in order. Scream 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth one is called Scream. It was like the soft reboot type of deal, but Scream from 2022 is Scream 5. I've never understood that. Call it something else. Unless it's a reboot, call it something else. Do you remember which one you saw? I think my favorite. I mean, the original is iconic. I love the original, but if I had to pick my favorite outside of the first one, I think I'm gonna go 4. Might be a hot take, but I really like that one. You don't remember? What, Samantha, was the one that you saw, if you can remember, which once again, it is what it is. Were they in New York? Were they like on the subway and stuff like that? Because that was the newest one, is when they're in New York. Yeah, same here. I'm not gonna say who that is, but yeah, that was such a good twist. They're all good twists, and that's why I love watching them because it's a slasher, it's funny, and it's a mystery. So I love that. But I think 4 was like the best reveal. Nah, it's okay, Samantha. No worries. Maybe if you go through them again, it'll jog your memory. You're like, that's the one I saw. There's oh, so I went to go see Keeper this week, which is the new movie from Perkins who did Long Legs. It was okay. If you get a chance to watch it, check it out for yourself. But during that movie, there was a trailer for a movie coming out. I have it written down. It looks crazy. It looked like I had no idea what it was, and I always love going to the theater and seeing a trailer for something that I had no idea what it was, because it always pops up like on social media and stuff, so it's always a surprise. But the movie is called Hokum, Hokum. There is a trailer out. It's very ominous, very weird. There's some imagery in that is just terrifying, and I was like, I am all in on that. And I think, yeah, it says it's from the studio, the people, whatever it is that brought us Long Legs and Weapons. So two horror movies that I love. are making this. So Hokum. Yeah, Keeper was cool. Keeper was cool. I gotta. I will say it's not perfect, so I do talk about some things with that. I don't give away any spoilers though, just because it is a mystery. If you want to go, if you are going to go see it though, don't watch my review, just to keep it, because once again, going in as blind as possible, you're going to get the best experience out of it. But if you want to check it out, go for it. Please don't ban. Don't spam W. Type W. Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, Freddy is cool. I tried to watch. Um, so I remember liking Nightmare on Elm Street a lot more than I think I actually do. Because I went through and I was trying to watch the third one, Dream Warriors, and I could not get into it at all. Then I watched Freddy vs. Jason, and that was a lot of fun. So I want to watch Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I've seen that once in my life. I think I was maybe in middle school or something. I want to rewatch that one because that idea sounds sick, but I just can't find it anywhere. And I think Warner Brothers owns it, so maybe they should put that on there for me. Yeah, so the monkey, I was torn on the monkey. I liked the first half more than the second. I feel like there was this weird tonal shift and it just wasn't as interesting anymore, but I do want to rewatch it. I want to give it another chance and I did enjoy it. Yeah, I talk about in my review for Oz is that the atmosphere of his movies are awesome. The atmosphere in his movies are fire. And that just continues into Keeper. So if that's something you like, it'll be in this as well. On the new Mario, I love the casting and it's so annoying. Sorry, no, it's not. No, no, no. That's cool. That's another topic of the show is Mario. Um, I recommend it for you to check out the original or the not the I mean it is the original, but the movie, the first one. First one's good. I enjoyed it, especially playing video games my whole life. I was super into Donkey Kong and Mario and stuff, so it was really cool. How do y'all feel about Brie Larson voicing Rosalina? I'm cool with it. I have no issue with Brie Larson. I have an issue with Captain Marvel and her acting in that, but Brie Larson's sick. I have no issue with her. Um, Freddy One and Freddy vs. Jason and New Nightmares are the best ones. Okay, so I'm on the right path because Freddy vs. Jason was like such a huge deal for me in middle school when it came out, and I love it. It's goofy, it's cheesy, it's everything in between, but it's a good time. So yeah, New Nightmare is definitely on my list. You're worried the new one might do well because of the critics. As far as Mario goes, I mean, yeah, I like the first one. I think they're onto something. I really wish that they were doing a. I hope they get a spin-off with like Luigi doing like a Luigi's Mansion type of deal. Those games were a lot of fun. I think that'd be really cool. Even if it's just on Peacock, like maybe a straight to Peacock, like Halloween special or something, I think that'd be really cool. Let's see. The first half was better. Okay, so I'm not alone in that. Dakota, what games do you play? What video games do I play? Video games I play. Honestly, the like I don't play a lot right now, but the games that I do pick up every so often are Street Fighter, Resident Evil. Not really any multiplayer games. I used to play Dead by Daylight. Like that was an addiction. Like that was a straight addiction. I play that game online all day, every day. But yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna jump on, like if I was to play a game right now, it'd probably be Street Fighter because I can just jump in and jump out. I'm not good at it. I didn't know that there was a lot of hate. I know there was a lot of hate when Chris Pratt was announced as playing Mario. I know that there was a lot of hate there, but I thought he did fine. I have no issue with it. Let's see. I wish American people were real. Are we not? That's news to me. I'm okay with Brie as a character because I low key feel bad for her after her being Captain Marvel. Yeah, like have you seen her? There's The Room or Room. Hold on. Yeah, it's called Room. That's a her she acted her ass off in that one. That's a very good movie. So she can act. So I have no hate against her. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion. Are American people not real? I think the fact that the sequel is coming out is good news. Yeah. I also want to. I can't talk anymore, y'all. I also want a Donkey Kong spinoff because Donkey Kong was like my jam. Donkey Kong Country, one, two, and three. That's what I grew up with on the Super Nintendo. So, Donkey Kong's the character that I love. I'd love to see him come back. And I do think I was worried when Seth Rogen was voicing Donkey Kong, but I think he did fine. Once again, I have no real big issues with the movie. I enjoyed it. The Chucky movies, man. Chucky movies, Samantha, please get on that. Get on Chucky. I'm curious because it is just a roller coaster with that franchise. It's inconsistent, but like in a good way. So like if horror and like the seriousness isn't your style, it does change, and then it kind of reverts back to that, and then towards the back end of the more recent stuff, it kind of finds a good balance of humor and gore and horror. But Chucky's an icon. Like I watch those movies strictly for him and the things that he says. He is unhinged. Donkey Kong is DK. Oh, that song was amazing on the 64. I think that that should be a song that everybody should see at some point in their life, especially kids, because damn, that thing went hard. Dakota High. Oh, it'll always be in my mind. Like, you know, 50 years down the line, I have dementia or whatever it is. That might be one of the things that I remember. Samantha, yeah, they are in order. One, two, three. So they only get to three, and then they start branching off into like a subtitle, right? So, Bride of Chucky is four. Seed of Chucky is five. That one, I want to know how you feel about that because that's not a very liked movie at all. And then Curse, and then Cult of Chucky, and then there's a TV show. TV show was good. I like that one too. Are they in order? Yeah. Dakota, yeah, you said you were 10, right? Yeah. They'll just see me like walking around, just mumbling that song, and they go, "Oh, there goes Gavin again." If I donate, will you subscribe? You don't have to donate, dude. Don't you worry about that. I'm trying not to subscribe to a lot of people that are in the chat only because if I do that, then I would do that for everybody and it gets a little bit much. So I am trying to kind of not necessarily do that because it gets a little wild pretty fast. Yeah, that's what I do too. Um, yeah, do that. What's what's um what's a series? What's a franchise that's just so out of like so out of order? Like what's one that you would really need to look up how to figure out what order they come out in? I was thinking about that the other day. You know what's a really confusing timeline is Halloween. The Halloween series. That one has like I think they said six different timelines. So yeah, Halloween is very confusing, and it's funny too because one of the timelines is just Halloween three, and that's it. I think it's awesome. What other horror movies are out there? How long you want to talk? Let's see. I mean, what starting with like Chucky is a good one, right? That's like a pretty big staple in like the Scream movies. I would say start there. And those are slashers. So keep that in mind. But then you have other genres like found footage. I love found footage. Does anyone else here like found footage? I think it's awesome. Sometimes it's not good. Sometimes it's really bad. But other times if you find good ones, they are next level scary. Ooh, yeah, It Follows. I have a. Oh, it's not there anymore. But I had a steel book for It Follows. It's in the closet. Um, I rewatched It Follows, and I wasn't as high on it. I think it was like the third time I watched it. Even though I own it, I love the concept, and I like that they're getting a sequel. I cannot wait to see what they have with that. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Friday the 13th series. Yeah, the I was gonna say Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake instead of Welcome to Derry, but it's Crystal Lake, right? So the that's gonna be on Peacock, I believe, which is weird because I think I think that no, not I think it's produced by A24. Yeah. So A24 is making it and it's being released on Peacock. How does that make y'all feel? Because A24 is its own beast of like horror and it's very specific and very unique into horror. So I'm wondering, damn, I knew this before this conversation, but that's pretty cool that it's gonna be A24. I feel like they put this like really artistic vibe to it, and the reason I'm excited about that is because I'm not a big Jason Voorhees fan. I'm not a big Friday the 13th fan. I don't think they're just not my style, right? I like the reboot. The reboot was good, so maybe this is gonna be a good thing for me. Maybe we'll see. Faith, hello. I don't have a second channel. No, this is it. Yeah, A24, what is it? Neon, and there's another company. At least I thought there was. That's like really big into independent stuff and really giving us IFC. I think IFC is like linked to Shutter, that streaming company, but they're the ones that gave us like um Good Boy, this year's Good Boy, Late Night with the Devil, things like that, like really good ones. So yeah, I love the independent stuff. Ooh, Blumhouse. Blumhouse, man, they're a hit or miss. Are y'all? What do y'all think? Feel about Five Nights at Freddy's? Because I saw the first one when it came out, and I understand the hype. I've never played the games. It's not my thing. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The new one looks okay, but it does look like more of the same. And I understand that I'm not the target audience for this, but I'm curious of what everyone else feels about that movie. Yeah. Ooh, the new Conjuring, Samantha. That's a good one. Not a great one, but to me, it did the job for me. Leia, which movie? We were like jumping around. I'm sorry about that. The Conjuring. You didn't like it. Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was. It it kind of met expectations because I did lower them. This by no means is it Conjuring 1 or 2, more in line with 3, but I felt like just give me something. I think it got me on a jump scare like once or twice. So I was like, okay, at least it got that. I played the game, Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Have you seen, Samantha, have you seen Annabelle Creation, the spin-off, the second Annabelle movie? That one, I think, I always talk about that one. That one's like terrifying to me. I think it's coming to Max soon. So if you have HBO Max, it should be there relatively soon. I saw an article talking about that, so it should be there soon. Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's. You really enjoyed it. It sounds cool, and it's interesting because it's we were talking about Chucky earlier, and I love Chucky and the idea of this like animatronic doll. He's not an animatronic, but like same type of vibes. But I think the issue between the two, and the reason I like Chucky more, is literally it's just his voice and his personality. So I think that's the massive difference. Um, she scares the shit out of me. She's scary in that one. Not so much the third one I didn't really care for, but the second one I thought was terrifying. What's the movie with the ballerina who ends up being a vampire? Oh, Abigail. Abigail. I like Abigail. That movie got gory. Like the issue is they have to show you what the movie's about in the trailer, so that twist is gone, right? But man, they brought it. They brought it in that with the gore, and that surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna be that gory, but it was. Brad Dourif is the man. Have you seen? And I want to go back and watch it because I watched it a long time ago and I want to revisit it. But the Exorcist 3, because he was huge in that too. I want to go back and rewatch that. I watched it like 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I promoted it on the channel this year, but I know it's a banger and I want to go back and rewatch him in that. Um, yeah, Abigail was sweet. Okay, Annabelle. I didn't like the third Annabelle. Did y'all like the third Annabelle? I didn't like that one. I had an issue. Like the idea is scary. The idea works so well, but I just don't think it came together that well. And it really makes you wonder where the Conjuring universe had James Wan. Oh, I hate that I can't remember his name, but they had another guy for the second Annabelle, and then another guy for the rest of the franchise, even including the new one. And really, it was like the new guy that did the most of them. Like he did like La Llorona, he did Conjuring 3 and 4. I thought he did one more. I could be wrong, but he did a lot of them, and it's missing something that like James Wan was able to bring to the Conjuring, and I just felt that, and I think that's why it feels just like a little bit disjointed in a sense. If it wasn't for the characters in the Conjuring movies, I would feel like this is a completely different movie or universe, you know? Samantha, your internet's messing up. That's it. That's not good. But I'm actually going to take off here once again pretty soon. Anyway, because I got to get ready for work. But you know, it's funny you mentioned Malignant. I feel like say the same thing on every live stream, but I've been wanting to rewatch that. I really have, and it's been on, I think HBO Max. They own it, so it's been on there forever. But then when I want to go watch it in like last month or the month before, it's not there. Like they put it somewhere else for now, and it'll circle back to HBO Max. But I want to watch it so bad, and I can't. Killing me. Samantha, it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad you were here. You were here the entire time. That's awesome. But I am looking forward to Movie Club Monday. So if there's, yeah, yeah. So once again, just to kind of reiterate, we're gonna focus on horror this week or this month. We can always change it, or we can continue that on whatever we like to do. I would not mind that in the least if we stuck with horror, but I'm open to whatever. I'll post a poll tomorrow, and from that point we can kind of revisit it. And if one just completely obliterates the other or the other ones, and we'll choose that one, then I'll put the details in there, and we'll get this going. So let's just plan on December 1st. I'll put a time. We'll decide on a time and everything. But Dakota, you're still here. I know you're here. Don't you worry. Thank you for joining us on this live stream. Yeah, I always love the engagement. So thank you to everyone for engaging. All right. Yeah, please watch those movies, or at least start them, because Scream has 6, Chucky has 9 movies, or 8 movies in the show. I forgot which one, but there's a lot. So yeah, you too, Samantha, and everyone here that's still watching. Thank you so much, and yeah, I'll see you all next Saturday. And look out for that poll. Look out for the video tomorrow. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially if you like Stranger Things. Um, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Thank you again for the donation, and thank you for all the support, everything you do, the viewing, everything. Science Man, you like horror movies? We're doing a movie club coming out December 1st. Tune in next Saturday for the live stream. We do this every weekend, and we're going to talk about which movie we're going to watch. Look out for the poll on my channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I got to go. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you later.